Hello, everybody. My name is Kiana Asbury, and today is my fourth speech and my last speech. And today it will be about childhood obesity. And the first chart that I have is the vicious cycle of childhood obesity. And here it is. Okay. And as you can see, the top part for the child in the blue is a healthy child, a child that gets plenty of physical activity and eats healthy meals. Okay. And as you can see, I'm going to go back and maybe you can get a better view and picture as well. Okay. It shows a child in the to the your left and my left and your right. Okay, and it's showing a child that just sits and snacks and plays video games and watches television. And then right here underneath that one where my index finger is, it shows a child that studies but has no physical activity, and that is something we do not want our children to do. We want them to be very active. And then the next one in the green is a more mildly obese child that has less activity or hardly any. And then as we go down to the fourth one, it shows a child says, I'm no good at sports. And then the next one says, I am too tired to climb stairs. And that is this one, excuse me, where my index finger is. And then the one in the middle to the bottom is in the yellow. And that yellow shows a child moderately obese. And then you go around to the next one that is in all white, and it says extra 20 to 50 pounds and exercise uncomfortable and painful. So they have gained that much weight till it's uncomfortable to them. And then the one in the red, excuse me, is severely obese child. And these are all the vicious cycles of childhood obesity. Then the next chart I have is contributing factors to childhood obesity. And as you can see, childhood obesity, it contributes to video games, vending machines, fast food, depression, consumption, pop consumption, single parenting, poor self esteem, um, parental health habits, fat intake, fruit juices, and meal skipping and snacking and depression. So these are all the things that contribute to factors of a obese child. And I hope you all can see that pretty good. These are all the contributing factors of childhood obesity. Okay. And then the next one, it shows the effects of a child being obese. And it shows psychological, if I can get it to be still, pulmonary, and gastrointestinal. And then it shows renal, cardiovascular, central, and then it also shows endocrine. And then it shows that you can develop diabetes, early puberty, polycystic ovarian syndrome, better known as PCOS. And PCOS is something that females may get because of being obese, and that was when they start puberty or have started their menstruation cycles. And it also stops women from menstruating, and you can go months and months and maybe even years or so without having a menstrual cycle. So that is a factor for PCOS, as well as being infertile or the inability to conceive. And the next one I would like to show is also a young man that is small, and he goes from being active. The next size is a little bit on the hefty side, but not too much. And then the third, he goes to being less than active and less than active until the last and final one, which is your left, well, your right and my left. And it shows the last one as he's being obese, completely obese. So that's no activity. It's inactive as all, as no physical activity, period. Okay, and then the last thing I want to incorporate is my picture of a glucose monitor, which is in the top and the middle, and the bottom, I believe, is an insulin injection pen where somebody would inject themselves with insulin. And then this one here is to check your glucose levels, and you would have to prick yourself or inject yourself with the insulin, and then you would prick yourself, and then you would check your insulin. So you would, that's the injection for the insulin that you would stick yourself with, and this is the injection pen to check your blood levels, and this would read how much your blood levels are, which they are supposed to be between 109, I believe, and less. And obesity also contributes to stroke. Being overweight can lead to high blood pressure and complications, and it shows blood vessels, how they enlarge, they get damaged, and then you are at risk for and heart attack, and what is the last one? Heart failure and kidney failure as well. So those are the things that childhood obesity and being an obese adult contributes to. And those are all the steps that childhood obesity contributes to. I would have liked to done a video as well on how to check your glucose levels, as I will go over my time limit and I don't want to get penalized for that. But I think it would be very neat to incorporate that. So I have went over contributing factors of childhood obesity, what it does to you as being an obese child or an obese adult, and I have also went over, of how a child can go from being active to inactive and gaining 20 to 50 pounds of weight, and how it affects their body as children. And you can develop PCOS as a female, which, like I said, you will not have a menstrual cycle. You may go months and years, but it's better known as polycystic ovarian syndrome, and it's better known as PCOS. And that is something that we really don't want our children to endure. So that was my presentation, and I hope you all have enjoyed it, and I hope it has been very informative. I wish I could have done more, but time restraints, I cannot, and I'm over now as it is. And I thank you all very much, and I wish you all the best of luck on your next semester. Thank you. Bye-bye.